Stand at the gates of Babylon in the year 600 BC, and you would feel the breath of the greatest empire yet seen alive on this earth. Beyond these towering walls waits a city so vast and golden that ancient travelers swore the gods themselves had built it for all mankind. This is Babylon under mighty King Nebuchadnezzar the Second, ruler of a vast empire stretching from the desert sands to the far distant sea. Ahead of you rises a city of nearly 200,000 souls, wrapped inside walls so thick 2 chariots could race atop them side by side. Bronze gates gleam beneath a rising desert sun, and the scent of cedar smoke drifts slowly across canals, older than living human memory itself. Today, you walk through the beating heart of the ancient world, and nothing you imagined could truly prepare you for this astonishing sight ahead. The road narrows, and suddenly the sky itself seems to turn deep blue, glazed brick rising 60 feet above your suddenly astonished head. This is the Ishtar Gate, dedicated to the goddess of love and war, guarded eternally by golden lions, bulls, and dragons made of fired clay. Each animal was molded by hand, fired inside great kilns, and set into walls that shimmer like lapis lazuli beneath the harsh desert light. Soldiers wearing bronze helmets stand silent watch, spears catching sunlight, while merchants haggle just beyond the gate's long shadow line. No enemy has ever breached this gate, and none of Babylon's many rivals possess anything remotely close to its terrible and glittering beauty. You pass beneath towering figures of Marduk's sacred dragon, its scaled body coiling upward toward a sky thick with slowly rising incense smoke. Priests murmur ancient blessings to travelers entering the city, for to walk through Ishtar's gate is to enter a living, breathing temple. Behind you, camel caravans patiently wait their turn, loaded with rare spices from Arabia and fine silk, carried across 1,000 desert miles. Beyond the gate stretches the processional way, a road paved in limestone and red breccia stone, polished smooth by countless centuries of feet. This avenue was built for gods and kings alike, wide enough for marching armies, lined with glazed brick walls of golden, fiercely striding lions. Each lion is painted gold and white, frozen mid-stride forever, symbols of Ishtar's fury guiding the faithful toward her most sacred temple. Merchants shout their prices for dates, wool, and copper, their voices mixing with the rhythmic chants of wandering robed temple musicians. Children dart between crowded market stalls, while donkeys pull carts loaded with grain, harvested from the fertile Euphrates River floodplain. During festivals, this very road carries statues of the gods themselves, paraded before crowds of citizens numbering well into the thousands. The scent of roasting lamb and fresh-baked bread fills the warm air, mixing with dust kicked up by hundreds of sandaled, hurrying, restless feet. Somewhere ahead, drums suddenly begin to beat, and the crowd parts instinctively, sensing the approach of royal guards marching on patrol duty. Turn away from the avenue, and you enter Babylon's beating commercial heart, a maze of narrow streets lined with sun-baked, cracking mud-brick homes. Here scribes sit cross-legged in the shade, pressing wedge-shaped symbols into wet clay, recording debts, contracts, taxes, and royal marriages. Astronomers once mapped the heavens from these very rooftops, charting distant stars that would one day guide sailors safely across the seas. Women balance heavy clay jars upon their heads, drawing water from canals fed by the Euphrates, the true and endless lifeblood of all Babylon. Traders from Egypt, Persia, and India barter loudly in the marketplace, their languages blending into one chaotic, unforgettable living music. A blacksmith hammers glowing bronze near a courtyard where children play knucklebones beneath the cool shade of tall, swaying date palm trees. Slaves and free citizens alike move through these crowded streets, for Babylon's staggering wealth depends entirely on labor most never notice. Somewhere a priest reads omens from the liver of a sacrificed goat, deciding quietly whether today favors trade, travel, marriage, or war. Ahead rises the mighty southern palace, its walls impossibly thick, built to withstand siege, flood, and the slow, unstoppable passage of time. Nebuchadnezzar rules from deep within these chambers, surrounded by advisors, priests, and clay tablets, recording every single royal decree. Legend says somewhere within these grounds bloom the hanging gardens, terraces of vivid green, rising defiantly above the endless desert dust. Ancient writers described entire trees growing on stone balconies, watered by hidden machines, lifting river water high into the desert sky. Whether myth or true engineering marvel, the gardens were said to comfort a homesick queen, longing for the distant mountains of her birth. Guards in polished armor line every corridor, their fierce loyalty bought with grain, silver, and the promise of Babylon's endless growing glory. From the palace roof, the entire city unfolds below you. Temples, canals, markets, and walls stretching far toward the shimmering horizon. This breathtaking view convinced Nebuchadnezzar that no army anywhere on earth could ever bring his magnificent capital city to its knees. Beyond the palace rises Etemenanki, the great ziggurat, a step tower said to have inspired the ancient biblical Tower of Babel legend itself. 7 massive levels climb toward the heavens, each terrace painted a different sacred color, dedicated to the 7 planets and the gods. At its distant summit sits a shrine to Marduk, chief god of Babylon, where priests claim the divine himself descends briefly to meet mortals. Pilgrims travel for many long weeks just to glimpse this tower, believing it marks the very center of the entire created universe itself, alone. Smoke from sacred fires curls slowly upward, carrying prayers toward a sky where astronomers already carefully track eclipses and wandering stars. No structure on Earth stands taller than this, and none inspires more awe in travelers who have crossed vast deserts just to see it stand. As evening falls, torches ignite one by one along the processional way, and the glazed lions seem to glow softly with their very own fire. Music drifts softly from courtyards, mixing with prayers rising from temple steps as the whole city slowly settles into warm golden lamplight. Somewhere a mother tells her child stories of gods who built these mighty walls, unaware that this golden age of glory will not last here forever. Within mere decades, Persian armies will stand at these very gates, and the empire's golden age will quietly and slowly begin slipping away. And yet, despite conquest, collapse, and the slow, relentless erosion of centuries, the memory of ancient Babylon has never truly disappeared. Its gardens, gates, and towers still echo through myth, scripture, and the dreams of nearly every civilization that has followed after it. If this journey through Babylon's golden age captivated you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more cinematic ancient history. Tell us in the comments which lost ancient city or empire you would love for us to bring back to life next, right here on this channel today.